You ever heard a song that you think is really shit? A song that makes you wonder how did that become a hit? Sometimes you need to hear a discussion about that in regular podcast format. Well, there's a lot of bad songs that we're gonna attack. 1,001 steaming piles of crap. I'm telling you the truth, you know that we don't lie. Here's 1,001 songs that make you wanna die. Oh.
And now, here's your hosts, Zav, Bevo, Dan, and Gypsy.
This is 1,001 Songs That Make You Want to Die, the podcast where we discuss hotboxing on public transport. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing here. We're doing You're Beautiful by James Blunt.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful, it's true. I saw your face in a crowded place.
Now, Mad Dog's here. How you going, Mad Dog?
G'day. Yeah, pretty good, mate. Thanks for having me back on.
Yeah, no worries. And we've got a very special guest. Amazing stand-up comedian, actor, professional roaster. He was a quarterfinalist on America's Got Talent and has 2 best-selling comedy albums. The Human Cartoon, Mr. Alex Hooper.
Hello! What an honor it is to be here with both of you.
The enthusiasm of your voice, Alex, is just like it's a bloody ray of sunshine.
Well, like you said, I am an actor because I am, honestly, I couldn't be more displeased to be here with you guys right now. So instead, I'll just make my voice like this and everyone will think I'm so stoked. No, of course I'm happy to be here.
Well, look, it's a sort of podcast that it doesn't normally bring up the best feelings in people because we have to discuss a song that either just irritates you completely or makes you want to die. And they're not good things.
We're talking about death at the end of the day. So, yeah let's make that funny.
Yeah,
I mean, it's my favorite subject. My whole MO is just doing dark humor, but with the utmost silliness.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah.
That fits
I think
the bill
you've nailed
quite well.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the lyrics here. Let's see what James Blunt has to say about beauty, hey? The intro, it's lengthy, so bear with me. It says, "My life is brilliant." That's it. That's the intro.
Intro over.
Yeah, intro complete.
Yeah, well,
What a
he's
statement.
just leading off with straight up bragging, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
my life
it's a
is
very
brilliant.
British way to go about it as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so pompous.
Yeah, 100%. It's like, all right, get on with it, mate. Okay, first verse. My life is brilliant. My love is pure. I saw an angel of that, I'm sure. She smiled at me on the subway. She was with another man. And I won't lose no sleep on that, because I've got a plan.
Ooh, this is already like, I mean, we're in the middle of a deep investigation right now. I mean, this could be anything. What type of plan? Is he going to murder the guy? Is he going to just show himself on this bus and show that he is the ultimate suitor? I mean, continue on, James. Where could you go from here?
The whole thing of ending anything with, because I've got a plan, automatically opens up a very sinister feeling towards, like, I was with you, Alex. Like, okay, so who's he murdering here? Is it him?
I mean, the
Is it
Unabomber
her?
had a plan.
Is it everyone on the subway? Yeah.
And my comment here would be, if you think of all the possible places for an angel to appear, a filthy subway is probably at least halfway down the list.
I would say so, but remember the song "What If God Was One of Us"? He was just a stranger on the bus, so an angel on a train or on a subway. It actually makes perfect sense to me.
Maybe it does. We have done that song on this podcast before. It's
oh, great! I figured.
That's a massive piece of shit as well. It's that's the two things in common. Is like shit songs refer to having religious like icons in shit places.
On public transport.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't really have subways in Australia, but when I have been to New York, it's not where I'm expecting to come across like sort of any angelic creature.
No, stabbing
Unless
is
it's
likely.
Yep.
That's yes, yeah,
Definitely, or like some kind of teen break dancing troupe trying to sell you chocolate bars for $7. Also very likely.
And I just want to put a slight slant here on the subway. So she smiled at me on the subway. Is it possible that she's smiling at him from the end of a foot-long meatball sub?
She's a crazy homeless person that's standing on a sandwich.
Yeah, made of yoga mats, and no discernible animals went into those products.
There's very little meat in these gym mats.
Oh my god!
All right, okay. Well, okay. I think we're on to something here. I think we're cracking the code. Let's get more into the chorus.
Let's hear about the plan.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true. I saw your face in a crowded place, and I don't know what to do, because I'll never be with you. Yeah, okay. I'm getting a murderous vibe.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, this is the kind of thing where he goes back to his room and he starts stalking her over the internet, putting together pictures on the wall attached with red yarn, trying to figure out, like, where else is she going in her day? How do I keep running into her without her noticing me, this most terrifying individual that has ever lived?
When do you think the whole, like, red yarn thing going from image to image became, like the actual portrait of a psychopath and not a legitimate like crime fighting technique? Like, when did that cross over? Because now it's like the second you start putting any sort of twine rope between photos, you've delved into you've gone too far.
I think Queen Elizabeth tried to connect her family tree in the UK using red yarn, and people were like, well, this looks fucking insane.
Except the red yarn just went from one photo back to the next photo, back to the other photo, and went, I think they're inbred.
Yeah, literally the tree with 0 branches.
Very shallow gene pool there. But
it's like, why are my grandkids so weird looking?
Can I just say this? So, first verse, he's got a plan, and then the motherfucker doesn't know what to do by the second verse. That's the opposite of having a plan.
Yeah, that's true, but it's look, he might not have nerves of steel. He might be buckling on his murderous spree. Like, I imagine it's like the final scene of spoiler alert if you've never seen Homeland, but the very last bit where he's trying to blow himself up in the bunker and he can't get the button to go off, and now he's like it's his nerves are breaking. He might not go through with it.
He's losing his nerve here. Yeah.
I think so. Hopefully he gets it back in the second verse. Let's find out here. It says, she caught my eye as I walked on by. She could see from my face that I was fucking high. And I don't think that I'll see her again, but we shared a moment that will last till the end.
Dubby Energy has declared war on Big Energy, who probably support ISIS. If you want an energy drink with no maltodextrin, no artificial colours, and no kickbacks that fund insurrections in the Middle East, then look no further. So head on over to dubby.gg and use the promo code 1001songs, that's the number 1001, for 10% off price of purchase. And remember, kids, if it's not Dubby, it's ISIS.
طويلة من الجهاد والصبر.
I gotta say, having not listened to this song in many, many years until earlier today, I completely forgot about that lyric. And it's almost amazing that this song became as ubiquitous as it did, considering that lyric is, I mean, it's humorous in a way. It's the admittance of him just being high. And I mean, honestly, probably most people are thinking marijuana. No, I'm thinking PCP. I'm thinking she saw him. His eyes were the size of billiard balls. He was naked fighting a cop. And that's why she was like, no, maybe not.
Yeah.
That's a turn off for me. I'm going to stick with this guy.
It really, like, this guy that just gets high and gets on public transport and just eye fucks people like all day long. It's like, it's like,
that's what cool, every little girl dreams of when she watches Disney movies. That's her prince.
Just super red eyes, pupils are dilated, like nothing else, just eyeballing people. That's what he does.
And scheming plans that he may or may not go through with.
Yeah, this is like a like every Valentine's Day romantic movie, whatever. Like this song will come up, but it's like, I don't think you know what you're doing here. Like this is like when
he's admitted that
we did Semi Charmed Life by Third Eye Blind. You know,
I actually love that song.
Great song. But someone requested it, so we did it. I think we all rated it highly. We all enjoyed it. But it is about doing crystal meth. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah. And then they used it as the main
he says it. There's a lyric. He says doing crystal meth will wake you up until you break. Like,
yeah. They're not trying to hide it. But it was used as the main song for the Tigger movie.
Oh, here we go, kids.
Well, that's why Tigger has all that energy. Where do you think it comes from for him to spring around on his tail?
I don't think it was by accident. Yeah.
No, Winnie the Pooh is sucking down sucking down honeysuckles. Meanwhile, Tigger is just in his tree, just smoking meth.
Well, I think it's if you go through the whole Winnie the Pooh like cinematic universe, you could probably figure out what drugs they're all on. Like, obviously Winnie the Pooh's got the munchies hard. Eeyore's on downers.
For sure.
He's on the ketamine. Yeah.
Ketamine, like hardcore.
Yeah. He's in the K-hole.
You've got Tigger who's methed up to the gills. And Piglet's probably the bloody dealer. You'd never
he's the mastermind. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, he smashes out another chorus. It's the same thing. The interlude goes na 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 na.
This is the part that stopped me in my tracks because I was like, how do you even write those lyrics? I mean, this is a level of brilliance that I am yet to see in the songwriting universe. And I was taken aback personally.
Profound.
Yeah, it's you think the person that had to transcribe his lyrics got to that bit and was just like, well, I guess he's just saying nah. I'll just write that down a bunch of times.
I feel like he probably already called. He's like, well, I already tried to ask him to change fucking high, so I don't think I can call him again.
I'm not going to call for nah.
Yeah, better just leave this one be.
Yeah, because he stuck solid on being high, so yeah.
Maybe this is him at the end being like, no, okay, murder's not on the cards today. Nah.
Talking himself out of it.
Yeah, he's talked himself out of it. Let me see. The last chorus. Is it? I think it's a little bit different. It's you're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're beautiful. It's true. There must be an angel with a smile on her face when she thought up that I should be with you. But it's time to face the truth. I will never be with you. Oh, okay. This isn't a love song at all.
No, it's not. And I remembered it as being one, and I was like, "Oh no, this is depressing as fuck."
So I work in the wedding industry, and I hear this song a lot. Like, this is like people's first dance, father-daughter dance. Like, you go, this is fucked.
It's
Like,
quite that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm getting married. I'm getting married next year, and like we're
congratulations.
picking out.
Congrats,
Thank you.
man.
Found someone who makes worse decisions than I do. We're very happy together. But basically, like, you know, we're always looking for songs to add to like our playlist and stuff.
Yeah.
And this is not our type of music at all. We don't want this sappy kind of shit. But I was thinking about how many women must walk down the aisle to this. But then I was really paying attention to the lyrics, and I was like, oh, I wonder how many just don't pay attention to the rest of it that isn't saying you're beautiful.
Yeah. You would hope they would just fade in and out of the chorus, like, and not give you anything else. Like, it'd be weird if they decided to walk down the aisle to the second verse where he talks about being fucking high. That would be weird. Are you there, Zav?
I am here.
Oh, Zav's here. There he is.
He's in. Yeah.
He's in.
He's here.
So, yeah.
I'm the fucking. I've the whole COVID thing has really fucked me in the ass because
Do you have
I
COVID?
decided that this year's a write-off and not to buy a calendar.
This
I've
year's a
just been
write-off.
relying on my memory, and then I set a nice alarm for. I mean, we are live, but I set an alarm for 9:15 for a 9:30 start. And I wake up to like Chiv's just being like, "That was fucked me in the ass again."
Well, Alex, meet Zav. Zav's our other co-host there.
How you going?
Excellent. I'm great, man. Thanks for being here and allowing your asshole to be readily fucked.
Yeah.
It's open and lubricated.
Yeah. Ready to go. Okay. That's pretty much it for the lyrics. That's it for the lyrics. So, perfect timing, Zav. Now, it was released on the 30th of May 2005. I was trying to figure out whether or not I thought it was older than this or newer than that. I'm like,
I would have thought newer. I would have thought like 2010 or something like that.
Yeah. Because I mean, that's still a while ago now, but this is really old. Which is crazy to think that 2005 is really old, but yeah. It's written by
it's so old.
Amanda Ghost, Sasha Sherbeck, and James Blunt, apparently.
This is always hilarious to me, by the way, when you need 3 people to come up with nah.
Yeah. What are we going to do for the bridge? How about I just act like I'm strung out? And just like while you play piano. Yeah. Alex, you would be surprised at some of the songs that are much less in depth than this, that have had what do you reckon, Zav? Like 13 plus songwriters on?
Oh, fucking.
Like there's some that have like
as a minimum
10 lines of lyrics, and it's like there's 17 songwriters. It's like,
I know. Well, there used to be that
it's a
meme
scam.
that like floated around where it would show like how many people wrote a Beyonce song, and then it would have Bohemian Rhapsody with only Freddie Mercury's name on it. You know?
Yeah. That's right. But you also look at that and go, oh, they've had to share so many royalties around for this song. Like, it's like, oh man, it's really getting watered down by the time it gets to old James Blunt. At least he's only got 2 other people helped him out. But this is one of these other bullshit songs that he said he apparently wrote in 2 minutes.
I hate when they say
that story. Yeah.
I think I've brought this up before. I swear I've brought this up before, where I'm pretty sure everything is written in 2 minutes. Like,
yeah.
Like everything, the core features of any song is
concept.
Always written in 2 minutes. Like you can adjust things here and there, but like when someone says like, "Oh, fucking," from the time I thought about it, wrote recorded it. It was like 2 minutes. I'm like, okay, well, that's not true.
Yeah, because
I mean, to be honest, I have no trouble believing that about this specific song because it seems like once he came up with You're Beautiful, very little work went into it to figure out the rest of it. He's like, you know what? I know this is going to be a hit just with this one hook. You're beautiful. That's all it needs. And the rest of it was just like filler. He was just like, let me just write it on the back of a fortune cookie here. Okay, great. Got it.
Lyric generator.
Do you think he was sitting down writing it and like humming it in his head and like just thinking, fucking, you are kidding me. No one else has written You're Beautiful as a song.
Well, damn
no
straight,
one's done it.
Because
no one's done it.
The first lyric is what? I'm brilliant. Or my life is brilliant. And he's like, that's exactly what he was doing.
That's the reaction to him thinking of the chorus. He's just gone like...
I wonder if he like recorded it and
brilliant.
sent it to the label and then he was like, fucking, how good's this? Like, I have just written this amazing song and all I say is You're Beautiful.
Yeah.
And then someone at the label was like, what about the song You Are So Beautiful?
Like, that's more, isn't it?
And he's like, well, I used an apostrophe, so fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, I don't need to add a to me, okay? I'm telling you, You're beautiful overall. We don't need to individualize this. Because honestly, You Are So Beautiful to me could be about the ugliest fucking troll in the universe. And he's like, but to me, I see you.
Yeah. It's like, objectively, you're beautiful.
Just some monster with a hunchback under a bridge. And it's like, but you're beautiful to me. So,
do you know what James Blunt's real name is? It is James Hillier Blunt, but it's not spelt Blunt. It's spelt Blount, but it's pronounced Blunt.
What?
Yeah. So
Blount.
His last name is Blunt, but spelt differently.
Blunt.
I mean, I approve of that change, to be honest with you, just for simplicity's sake. I'm okay taking out an O of your name if it's going to make you that much more Googleable as an artist.
Do you have 3 O's in your real name, Alex?
No, actually, my real name is Alex Hoper, and I was like, well, that sounds dumb as shit, so I better add an extra O here.
Let's just mix these letters up a bit. Sasha Sharbeck, who co-wrote this, he also wrote Goodbye My Lover, which was his other James Blunt song. But he also wrote Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus.
Oh,
so the same person that wrote Wrecking Ball wrote You're Beautiful. Yeah. Does that make sense? Do you reckon he pitched the Wrecking Ball video to James Blunt as well? They're almost the same.
What a roller coaster of emotions this person must have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's a trilogy. You've got You're Beautiful, Goodbye My Lover, and then Wrecking Ball at the end. Like, it was meant to all be a James Blunt trilogy.
Did she write the song 6 Feet Under?
When he's decided to go through with the murder, he's chosen Wrecking Ball as the weapon.
They'll never suspect me.
I'll pretend it was a suicide.
Yeah. Suicide by Wrecking Ball. Amanda Ghost.
That would take a plan, by the way. A suicide by Wrecking Ball, that's when you've got a plan.
You got a plan.
You've got a giant,
shit.
There's a crane out the front of your apartment building. You're just sort of reaching out to the booth with a stick.
Hey, mate, yep, just out the back, thanks.
Swing it over
Amanda
this way.
Ghost has written songs for... here you go. She's written songs for Beyonce, Shakira, and John Legend. There you go. So talking about how many songwriters are on a Beyonce track, there you go. Amanda Ghost is in there as well.
I can just imagine her in those like songwriting team meetings or whatever. Like it's more of like a work than it is a want or an artistic creation. They're like
sit in a cubicle.
Yeah, they're in like they get the tray and they have their fucking $2 coffee. They're like, morning, fucking, what are we doing today? What's on the spreadsheet?
What song are we writing?
Yeah.
They're like, I don't know, because James is fucking high again, so I guess we're not ready to work.
I can just imagine them concatenating some sort of formula to a song, and they're like, all right, cool, save that as.
Yeah.
I'm going to save as.
James Blunt.
Yeah. Save the desktop. I was imagining Amanda
You're
Ghosts kind of sitting in the boardroom, coming up with these 2-minute allotments of songs, but she's just sitting there with a white sheet with like 2 holes cut out, kind of like every now and then, just like
it's my gimmick.
Ooh.
Yeah, she only ever pictures like horror-based like songs, like
she comes in, she's like, "How about you're beautiful?" And they're like, "You know what, Amanda? We're fucking tired of these stupid puns. You go back outside, smoke a cigarette, and come back when you're ready to be serious."
Yeah,
you can have the verse that goes, "No, no, 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 no."
She's throwing out suggestions for lyrics all the time. Like, she's like, "Why don't we throw one in about a graveyard?" And they're like, "Oh my fucking God, here she goes again."
Why did we hire Amanda Ghost?
Beyonce presents the Monster Mash.
I saw an angel, or was it a ghost? We don't know.
Yeah, she wrote Werewolves of London, you know, like stuff like that. So apparently the song is about his former girlfriend, Dixie Chasey, who was a casting.
I'm sorry, no, stop before you go on. That can't be a name. There's no way there's a woman named Dixie Chasey. That is a low budget porn star. I do not believe this.
I didn't believe it either, so I googled her to figure out. It's like, is that a real person? Like, if there's no information on the internet about it, but apparently she was a casting director for all the Harry Potter movies.
Shit.
Oh, okay, so she's got some clout in there.
I sort of imagine that his friends were kind of teasing him about not having a girlfriend. Like, "Oh, yeah, you're shit, man." And he's like, "I do have a girlfriend. I do." "Well, what's her name then?" "Dixie Chasey."
He's changed every contact in his phone to the name Dixie Chasey, so whenever anyone rings him, it shows as Dixie Chasey. So it's like any mate's ringing him, he's like, "Oh, Dixie's ringing me again."
And you get a text from Dixie Chasey and it's like, "Grandma's dead." And it's like, wait, is Dixie Chasey your sister?
Which grandma? Whose grandma?
Your grandma or mine?
Our grandma is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, please qualify with the appropriate pronoun.
Yeah. At the beginning of the song, Blunt sings that first line, that "My life is brilliant," and he completely mistimed the delivery, but they left it in the final recording. But it was admitted from the radio versions. So that whole thing where he sings "My life is brilliant" and then it stops for a bit and then it starts again and he goes "My life is brilliant" was just him fucking up the timing. They just left it in. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a song by the Mamas and the Papas where that happens. It's called "I Saw Her Again Last Night."
Yeah.
And it's sort of like at the end of it, he's like, "I saw her, I saw her again." And that's artistic brilliance. But this is shit.
Not good.
I just don't understand. Were they out of tape? Like, was there no second take option here?
Sorry, space bar stopped working. Like, just fucking cut. Do it again, James. For fuck's sake, too many goddamn edibles.
You've got one.
Or just keep going and fucking delete the region when you're finished.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, this sounds to me like the engineer was caring so little about it that he just went, bounce it out. We're done. It's like they didn't go back to listen through it again once he finished. Just went, I don't know, whatever. It's done. It's done. Move on. Apparently, he was a former reconnaissance officer in the Lifeguards Regiment of the British Army, and he served under NATO during the 1999 Kosovo War.
Wow.
Jeez.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yep. Yeah.
And I bet he was just called a pussy nonstop for singing these types of songs while
Do you
in
reckon
the
he gets
middle of
messages
battle.
from all of his mates in the army, like, still to this day? Just like, pussy.
This is how Great Britain won the war. Anytime
Yeah.
they came face to face with an enemy, they're like, "You're beautiful."
Here in England, we do it with charm.
Apparently, James Blunt is like the king of Twitter. Like, he's got this huge following for him. Just like the clapbacks that he has at people that give him shit are like unbelievable. I looked up a bunch of them, and they are like this guy must be funny. They actually compiled all of his tweets into a book, and it was released as "How to Be a Complete and Utter Blunt: Diary of a Reluctant Social Media Sensation."
Do you have any
I
examples?
respect as someone who loves clapping back. I respect the hell out of
I
this.
don't. I thought you would,
Yeah.
Alex, because I mean, you're a professional roaster. You went on like how many people watch America's Got Talent?
A lot. I mean, like about 10 million a week. But then it hits the internet. My internet clips have like over 100 million.
Yeah, and all you're doing is like piling shit on famous people.
That's fucked.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly
Yeah.
what I'm doing. I'm literally
Yeah.
just going up there and dropping truth bombs in their face. And
How did you have to run your jokes by like producers or something?
Oh, yeah. And actually, what I would do, so to get what I get on TV, I write them really, like, brutal, nasty, this could never be on network television shit. And
Yeah.
because I know, they tell me they have to read every single joke in a room of people. So I was writing stuff where I know that, like, there were producers going, what is wrong with this person?
I'm not reading this
Why-
out.
Like, and then I give them something that I think is a little too edgy, but then they're like, you know what? Compared to the other shit you
Better.
wrote, this
You're
is great.
But funny thing about Simon Cowell, murders babies.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no,
Yeah.
I mean, I was going, I referred in one of the jokes for Heidi Klum, you know, she used to be married to Seal.
Yeah, she
and
didn't seem to enjoy it at all.
Oh, she hates my guts. It's she does
okay.
not get
All
she
right.
does not get the joke.
No.
But in one of the jokes I tried to write for her, I referred to Seal as a manhole cover. And they were like, Alex, you cannot say that. I was like, have you seen his face? No one's
Black
saying
and
you're
full of pockmarks.
yeah, I mean, and they were like, but he had lupus. I was like, I know. It's a joke. He's a
That's the whole
billionaire.
point.
He's famous.
It's
He's
comedy.
fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's like I'm sure Seal has come to terms with his childhood lupus.
Yeah, considering
Yeah.
he married one of the most beautiful women in the world, I
Exactly.
think he's doing okay.
He's Seal's fine. Don't worry about Seal's feelings. You could have said it was about a seal, not the seal.
We did.
Yeah, we've done that. Yeah. It's pretty wild though, man. Like, and then I really dug the fact that you got to do like the giant production of like the storybook, like
Yeah.
sort of thing.
It was really cool to like see an idea like that be able to come to life with such a full scale production behind it. It was really amazing, especially because that was during our lockdown and everything. So I was getting to create TV at a time when nobody was allowed to do anything, and I was very grateful to the fact that I got to do it.
Oh, for sure. Like everyone else has to sit on their ass, and you get to go do this thing, which is going to get like hundreds of millions of views. And I was surprised at first when like Howie Mandel was like, I don't get this. It's like, you're a comedian.
Like, trust me, I know.
Yeah. It's like,
I've
what are you
talked to him
doing?
about this before.
Yeah, okay.
He has apologized to me personally for the first audition for saying no to me so quickly.
I watched that.
But-
I'm like, hold on. I'm like, he'll pass this because like it's comedy. It's like,
Yeah, but
oh,
honestly,
man.
everyone, them all saying no actually really helped that clip go so viral.
Oh, 100%.
It's like, if they had said yes to me in the moment, I don't think anything ever really would have came from it.
Yeah, no, it was the comeback that made it even bigger.
Exactly.
For sure. Yeah. Okay, the production, it's produced by Tom Rothrock. He's worked with Foo Fighters, Moby, Beck, Gwen Stefani, Motorhead, Stevie Nicks, Poison, and he also did the soundtracks to one of your favorite movies, Zav, About a Boy, Good Will Hunting, Collateral, and the SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
Damn,
yeah, that's
this
my
guy's
favorite
resume
movie.
is eclectic as
Yeah.
hell.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
That's a great
And
list.
then Chuck James
Yeah.
Blunt in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think he went straight from Poison to James Blunt, but, you know, he's...
But if you
yeah.
think about the legendary acts that you just named across so many genres, I mean, that is really impressive.
I see that resume as the photos on the wall of a barbershop, and you walk in, the barber's just like, fucking tell me what you want. I can do them all.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
There's nothing I can't do. Yeah. Yeah, it's that whole Bruce Dickinson sketch from Saturday Night Live. Like, I put on my pants in the morning like anyone else, but when I put my pants on, I make hit records. Yeah. All right. Now the video. Bevo, who's normally with us, does a video summary, but I'll quickly just go through it for you. Do you want to hit something, and then I'll drop something into Zav? What do you want to hit, mate?
Yeah, I'll hit it. I have one of these very special like clips for keeping the freshness in chip packets.
Great.
Which just happens to be in my possession right now. So here it is.
Here's the video facts from A to Z, and they're coming at you straight from Ryan B. It's a terrible song, and I know you agree.
Music video summary
with Bevo.
Oh, what a click! Great click.
That was a great one.
So, I haven't prepared anything, so I'm going to do Bevo a disservice here. But basically, Blunt starts with clothes on, ends with clothes off, then throws himself off a very high ledge. That's the video. In the snow. In the snow.
Do you think that this... Oh, sorry, I was going to say, do you think that this is a little bit... indicative of his life maybe not being brilliant?
Yeah. Yep. This is everything you wouldn't expect from this film clip. Like, when you're listening to this song, you go, okay, well, the film clip, if you had to describe what the film clip should be compared to what it is, you would say, like, well, it's just going to show a guy on a subway, and it's sort of like a bit bumpy, and he keeps making eye contact with this, like, beautiful girl across the subway, and then she gets off with the other guy and he's all heartbroken that and you go, well, that's pretty much, I reckon he was pitched that like 50 times. And then some crazy bastard, this Brandon Smith, has come in and went, do you know what the Japanese do when they commit suicide? It's like, oh, tell me. It's like, take all their clothes off, remove their shoes, contents, they line it all up, and then they jump from a great height. It's like, that's what I want to do for your beauty.
Yeah.
Also, why is he on a fucking well-lacquered white board?
I think he's
he's definitely not. Yeah. He's on a set.
Yeah. I think he might be like Tom Thumb, like a small human, and he's sitting on the top of a tabletop.
And he jumps into a glass of water.
It's Honey, I Shrunk the Blunt. I've got a couple of YouTube comments here about it. First one from Shannon Claffey 2 days ago. My boyfriend sung this to me yesterday on a video call. I cried. How fucking cringy! How cringy
button was
would that video
stuck.
call be? That your boyfriend, like, we don't know how long they've been together. Could have been like a week, It's like, and then it's just like, my life is brilliant. Forever short. It's like she's just crying, like, I need to end this.
I just love the fact that she felt compelled to write the comment for a 16-year-old video.
Yeah, 2 days ago. Yeah.
I've got one here. It says, never gets old. Still gives me chills 2020 quarantine.
I mean, you probably have COVID. That's what the chills are from.
No full stops or anything, just one sentence.
Would be full blown COVID. It's raging through his body.
Yeah, she's like, I also have shortness of breath, and I feel very weak, and I can't taste anything. That's what
Can't
the song
smell,
does to
can't
me.
taste. I think it's James Blunt that's doing it to me. Yeah. Another one here I've got. I've been trying. Oh, sorry. The YouTube name. What is green and smells like bacon? Kermit's finger. That's the YouTube name. How's that?
That's fucked.
Great. I've been trying to remember this song for the past 3 years, and out of nowhere, my brain was just like, "You're beautiful." Fuck these idiots.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's too busy coming up with clever screen names here and like Sesame Street puns.
Yeah,
to be able to do that.
We come across these all the time, Alex, where people are like, "I've been looking for this song for years," and it's like, it's called "You're Beautiful." Like, it says it so many times in the chorus. Like, what do you mean you're looking for it? How hard is it to find? Like, it's so easy to find.
Apparently,
anything.
for this guy, this was his opus. You know,
This
this
is
his red yarn on the wall trying to connect the dots.
Yeah. Oh, one more here. It says, my age today is 22. And this song, what I listening 11 years ago, time passes us by easily like wind.
What the fuck is that?
What?
I don't know, it was confusing. I enjoyed it. It sounds like it's more like it's almost something you'd read on a like poster for self-motivation, but it doesn't make any sense at all. Okay, now I've got a James Blunt set list here. It is from the 23rd of July, 2021. Royal Albert Hall, London.
2021?
Yeah. Yep.
These fucking people with their not locked down.
No,
God damn it.
18 songs. You've got 2 encores. So 17 and 18 are the encores. Where would you play You're Beautiful in an 18-song set list? What do you reckon, Zav?
Well, you can't play it first because he kills himself at the end and you wouldn't get much of a concert. So it has to be last.
All right. Dead last?
Yeah. Dead last.
Dead last. Mad Dog, what do you reckon?
Without Dan Southern here, someone's got to say it. I'm going to go second last.
All right. Where do you think he plays You're Beautiful in the set, Alex?
Yeah, I would say it's either going to be 15 or 17. You know, although if he really believed in himself, he would open with it just to see how many people walked out as soon as it was over. I remember I saw like a few years ago, I saw Gaudier at Coachella. Remember, that's like somebody I used to know.
Yeah.
And I was like, and literally the tent was half filled, but until the last 15 minutes of his set, and everyone poured in knowing that he would drop it then.
He'll play it at the end. He's going to play it at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long fucking set to get through as a Gautier set without hearing that song, because he doesn't have anything else good.
Has absolutely nothing else good.
Nothing else of any interest whatsoever. Okay, he plays at 13th.
Wow.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, like a nothing place for it, really. Yeah.
I mean, that's, you know, he is brilliant, so he knows he has other bangers waiting in the queue.
That's true. He's probably pretty high as well, so just really doesn't. He's probably making it up as he goes. All right, a little bit of legacy before we wrap it up. In the UK and Australia, the song reached number 1 and number 2, respectively. Released, it was his debut single from Back to Bedlam. In Canada and the US, it reached number 1 on both charts. See, only number 2 in Australia, Alex. You guys, buddy, took it to number 1.
I can only. What was number 1 at the time? Like, did Men Without Hats come out with another song?
Actually, that's been on our list. Someone keeps requesting Men Without Hats on like songs for this podcast, so that'll have to come up soon.
The truth is, Australia makes brilliant musicians. Like one of my favorite groups right now is Rufus Du Sol, who's Australian, and I love them to death. And I like Glass Animals. It's like brilliant. You know, they are amazing. But you know, you also just have some hilarious things. I mean, every country does. So we just like to celebrate the weird shit.
Weird shit. There's lots of it. It remains Blunt's biggest hit in the US to date, and he's only one to reach the top 40 of the Billboard Hot 100. You're Beautiful was ranked number 7 in a poll conducted by Rolling Stone magazine to identify the 10 most annoying songs. VH1 ranked at 95 on its list of 100 greatest songs of the noughties.
I thought you were going to say of all time, and I was about to just fucking log off.
Hang up.
Doesn't this show a level of like magnificence that it can be on a list of the greatest and also the most annoying?
Yeah,
I do respect it a lot more if it can go onto both. Like,
for real,
for sure,
yeah,
because you've cornered all the market, the people that hate it and love it. Net worth. What do you think James Blunt's net worth is, Zav?
Well, I was going to bring this up in the rating, but I'll bring it up in the net worth then.
Yeah.
I once caught a flight from South Australia to Sydney.
Go to the cricket?
And it was for the cricket. We were flying back. And when I sat on the... when we were checking in, they were like, oh, guess what? You get upgraded to first class. I was like, that's fucking sick. Thank you very much. I like that. And I sat down in my seat and we were waiting for a passenger to board the plane. And we were waiting for James Blunt.
Get out.
No way.
And he gets on the plane and he's fucking sitting next to me.
No way.
Was he a mad dog?
He just said, hi, I'm James. And I was like, yep, hi. And then
I don't want to
I knew it was him because they were like,
yeah.
attention, James Blunt, we're waiting for you. Like, I'm like, how many fucking James Blunts would there be?
It was pronounced blonde.
Yeah. James Blunt, please board the plane. And he kind of sat there the whole flight trying to talk to me to try and get a reaction out of me to be like, oh my God, it's you. And I just never did.
You wouldn't give it to him.
I wouldn't give it to him. I felt like opening up a magazine to like a woman and just being like, oh, she's beautiful, isn't she?
And he's like, I don't know, I'm fucking high.
Yeah.
No, hi.
Is his life
so
really that
high
brilliant
right
if he's searching for validation off randoms on the plane?
Yeah. Or he's in Adelaide.
Yeah, exactly.
Just either one.
So to answer your question, he's probably worth a bit, but flying first class from Adelaide to Sydney doesn't justify wealth to me.
No.
So probably like 3 million.
Okay. All right. What do you reckon, Mad Dog?
I reckon he's worth about £50 million.
Fucking hell, that's a lot of money.
Lot.
What
do you reckon he's worth in 2021, Alex?
I'm gonna say 20 mil.
Okay. All right. Alex is the closest. It's worth $18 million.
Wow.
Oh.
Hey,
Yeah.
does that mean I get to take home James Blunt in my prize package?
Well, I think it means that if you ever go to Ibiza, where he lives, you can sleep on his couch.
Excellent. It's a pull-out from IKEA, but either way, I'll take it.
Yeah. You should be like, no, James, I'm sleeping in the bed with your wife, and you will sleep on the couch. Our
good
movie.
old Dixie Chasey's still here.
Dixie's all mine
He
tonight.
seems like the type of guy to be like, oh, okay, yep, I understand.
It's okay.
Okay. Let's rate this shit.
Motherfuckers, this is it. Now it's time to rate this shit.
Okay. What are we going to rate it out of? Beauty? Should we rate it out of beauty?
I was going to do how many feet is the cliff?
Okay, even better.
Ooh,
How
I like
high
that.
is the cliff? How high is the cliff? A 10 being that it's like
10 times 10 meters, so it's 100 meters high.
Okay, it's 100 meters high. I don't know what that is in feet because we only deal with like normal measurements over
A
here.
meter is
Alex.
about 3-ish feet. So
300 feet. Yeah.
So whatever that is, 300 feet. 300 feet. You definitely die, instant death when you hit the bottom. And a 1 being what's that? One
I was
meter.
going to say, if the ratio is 10 to 1, you're still going to die.
You die dead. Okay, fuck it. Either way, you're dead. Or like severely injured. Yeah. Okay. So a 10, it's a weird rating system, Alex. So a 10 means you would rather die than ever hear this song again. 10 is the worst you can give it. 1 is that you love it. Is the best. What do you give this out of 10, Zav?
Yeah, there are no 3 X's on this show that by the press of a button. We're more realistic here.
Well, tell Dixie Daisy there's no 3 X's going on here.
I think I've always loved this song. I think it's a 2. I think it's fucking fantastic.
Loves it.
Yeah.
You do look a bit like James Blunt as well.
Yeah,
You hung out with him on a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mad Dog, what do you give it, mate?
Yeah, I listened to it again yesterday, and I felt like I had to write one of those YouTube comments, like "Still listening in 2021." But
My boyfriend sang to this to me and I cried.
yeah. But I agree exactly with Zav. This is a 2 for me. I think it's pretty good. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Okay. What do you give it, Alex?
I'm going to give it a 5 because while I don't really enjoy it, after listening to it again and listening to the lyrics, I have to respect the simplicity of the message and the fact that he was willing to say, I was fucking high in the middle of this anti-love song is what it ends up being. So
Yeah.
I'm right in the middle.
He's tricked so many people into thinking it's a love song that it's sort of like I got to give him props for that.
Exactly.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. All right, a 5. 5 is indifference, but it is a 50-meter cliff.
So you are going to die.
Yeah, so you're dead. Look, you know what? I'm giving it a 2 as well.
Fucking
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was going to happen. Sometimes I can pick it. but
Nah, I didn't see that happening either. But I don't listen to this at all. But just listening to it for this podcast, I was like, it's not a bad little number, is it?
Yeah. Nice little ditty.
Yeah, good on you, James. I'm not going to listen to it again. I probably won't listen to anything else you've ever done, but, good on you. Hey, Alex.
Yeah.
Tell people where they should find you and follow you and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Who hasn't already?
Yeah, if they haven't already. Yeah.
All my social media is at Hooper Hair Puff, just like it sounds, Hooper Hair Puff. My website's hoopercomedy.com, and on there you can find my audio clips, my podcast. You can buy my book, Roast Yourself to Happiness. Everything is at hoopercomedy.com, so go check that out, guys.
Beautiful. And I know you got to go soon, but I did want to ask you about that fucking high-rise interview thing you did where you did an interview on a tightrope.
Yeah, so I slackline as a hobby, which is basically like a loose tightrope. And
That is so fucking impressive. Like I
That's
think
way more impressive than a tightrope.
commented on one of your Instagram things you put up, and I'm just like, Alex is just fucking like walking across a bit of rope in a park. Like, what the fuck is
I
this?
saw that too.
Yeah, yeah. It's a wonderfully meditative activity, but I've been trying to learn how to highline, which essentially is when you do it at a very large height. And so a friend of mine was doing interviews as we tried to like cross a high line like with another one above us and asking us hilarious questions. So it was like it's safe. Like I'm tied in. Like I'm pretty safe, but it's still, you are 100 feet up in the middle of a canyon in Malibu. And it is super scary. Like there's, I've posted videos of myself, like of trying to walk it at that height and like, they're called whips, taking a whipper into the canyon. And man, that moment when you fall, you think everything's over. And then as soon as that leash catches you.
I do want to know that instant that you fall.
Yeah.
Like, you're hooked in, but you did fall. It freaked me out watching it, and I knew that you were, like, strapped in and everything, but you're just like, holy fucking shit. Like, what goes through your head when you slip off?
You've never felt more alive. The second you basically just succumb, you go, okay, this is it. It's over. I had a good run. But then you feel the leash like catch you and you start swinging underneath. And then you just look down and you're dangling in this canyon, basically 35 meters up. And you can see for like 15 miles. And you've never felt more alive. It is
my palms
fucking
are sweating.
awesome.
You just scream to the heavens, my life is brilliant.
Yeah, no, I actually screamed, I'm fucking high, is what I screamed, which was incredibly accurate.
Put me down, I'm fucking high.
Get me down. Thanks so much for doing this, Alex. Really appreciate it.
It was a pleasure. You guys are so fun. I had a blast.
All right, let's do it again. Let's think of another shit song. We'll do it again.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'll come back anytime.
Awesome. Fantastic. All right, thanks, mate. Everyone else, get fucked.
Everyone else get fucked.
Bye.
Hi everyone, it's Dan here from 1001 Songs That Make You Want to Die. I'm here today to let you know that our podcast is now available on Patreon. That's right, for as little as $2 a month, you can now support this podcast rather than listen to it for free, effectively stealing the food out of the mouths of our starving children. There's one of them now. So why not join us on Patreon? You get bonus stuff each month, and you can even be a guest on the podcast if you want. Now, doesn't that sound better than making our poor children starve? Oh, kids are great, aren't they? Anyway, on with today's episode.